And we are live. Hello, hello. How's it going today? Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. So, last week, fiddled around with the pause menu, try to get that to work. Mainly just trying to get that to work as you would expect. Oh, I go to not even on the same level from before. Okay. I'm just trying to get the pause menu to work. I got to remember which button I used because I didn't use escape. I think it was 1. Yeah, there we go. So we got the pause menu working. Works just like you would think a pause menu would. You'd look at this and you'd be like, that's how a pause menu should work, right? Like you just press the button and you can press another button on screen and then that's it. That's how it works. But let me tell you, it was much harder than that. Because I would press the pause button and previously, like, it wouldn't let me actually highlight over the button. I'd have to like click in the window again for it to like let me highlight and click a button. Also, when I'd come back to this screen, previously, if I pressed pause again, it just wouldn't work until I pressed pause one more subsequent time after that. And it was always just the one extra time I needed. But that's all been solved. It had to do with like input modes, forcing the input mode to be game and UI, and also forcing the input mode to be just game. So all that's solved. Also, fun little quit. Just closes the window, same as if I pressed escape in the debug menu right now. So I think what I'd like to do is set it so that you have to press shift escape. I think it was previous viewer Bacon Guy who let me know that that was his little trick to like deal with menus. Otherwise you have to bind pause and the menus to a different button. Like right now I just have pause bound to the 1 key, which works technically. Like, I mean, that's fine for now, but I think I would like to have it set to not class settings. What am I doing? I would like to have the overall engine binding be shift escape rather than just escape to actually close out that window. Okay, so that would be under editor preferences, I think. Keyboard shortcuts. Oof. Okay. Close window. Close editor window, maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and just Google this. This feels like something that could be sped up with a quick Google search. Rebind. Close editor window. Preview. I think preview window is what it's called. Rebind close editor preview window. Unreal. Gotta spell Unreal, right? Unreal 5. So maybe it's not under keyboard shortcuts. Maybe it's different. Maybe it's under like key bindings. I would think that'd be... I would think that'd just be general. I think it should be keyboard shortcuts because I don't see anything else like key bindings, key anything here. So I think it's going to be shortcuts. I can't really figure out where that's going to be. Hang on, let me look at the verbiage here. Editor viewport. Play this level in the active editor viewport. Maybe it's here. New window. Okay, I do like having that in a new window every time, so I'll leave that there. Advanced settings. Level editor. Advanced? No. Advanced? maybe under key bindings, it would be under level editor. Let's go back to key bindings or keyboard shortcuts. Level editor. Oh man. Okay. Like there has to be an escape key here somewhere. Like just look for the one that's already bound to escape. But I'm worried that's like a default binding that I have to override, so it's not going to actually show escape anywhere. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Not seeing that. I don't know. I don't know where to rebind that. I might have to hit up old Gemini here. So what's nice about Gemini, in my opinion, is that I don't use it to like answer questions for me, but it can really put my question into verbiage that makes sense for searching on the internet. Because I might be searching the wrong keywords or the wrong, like the wrong forum title that just doesn't exist, you know? Whereas when I put my question into Gemini, usually it on its own goes out and just makes variant searches trying to figure out like which one best suits my original question. So I'm going to do that since I can't really find a specific forum on rebinding the editor window. To rebind the escape key to close editor window in Unreal 5 for previewing gameplay. That feels like it's going to be pretty essential. Otherwise, unless I'm just going to keep pause on the one key forever until I actually package this. But I'd rather just rebind the Unreal level binding. Okay. Edit. Editor preferences. That's where we're at. Keyboard shortcuts. Yep. Stop play session. See, that's the nice thing about Gemini. Not getting my answers from it, but it really helps me find the results that I need in the forums that aren't coming up in my search just because I used the wrong verbiage. That's not even in there, Gemini. And this is why I also hate Gemini too, because it gives me confidently incorrect answers sometimes. So I might just need to like look for this on my own. Escape, right there. Play world. PIE, play in editor. Okay, stop. So I need to unbind that. Go shift escape. Is it going to tell me if something's already bound to shift escape? I guess not, because it didn't, but it might just not tell me. Okay, well, we're going to leave that as is there. And in that case, we can come down to the pause input action. Wait, no, not the input action. I need the IMC. Always get those mixed around. IMC default. Pause. Escape. There we go. Cool. Look at that. Save. Okay. It's going to play in a new window, right? I hate when it plays in this little like unsized window here. Cool. That's all I need. and pause. All right. Options does nothing yet because I have not bound it to do anything or set any type of programming for it to do anything. Resume just resumes and quits out the window. All right. So now I need something to actually load into. I need other levels to load into. I need a main menu. I need to be able to load from level to level. And I need to be able to get a starting point in that level and an ending point in that level. That's the base, just bare minimum, bare bones, what I need to do right now. Right now, as if it's all going to get done this stream. That'd be nice. It'd be nice if I just flew through this, but knowing how long this stuff takes, I might actually get like one of those items done today, if that. All right, so this is good. This is the ball function, or not the ball function, the pause function within the ball. Okay, let's go back to the event graph. Is there anything else I need to put into a function? Probably this right here. Oh, yeah, I don't need any of these right now. Close that. Close that. Close that. All right. Okay. So I could theoretically put all of that logic in a function. No, that's right. I can't put all of this logic in a function. So this is the charge and dashing functionality, but I can't put it into a function specifically because of this timeline right here. Timelines cannot go in functions, which is kind of a bummer. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that out for now. I'm going to come back to that later on. Make sure I don't have anything that's not being used here. Does this actually work with a controller? Hang on. Might also be a terrible time to do this, but I've had this little like controller aim checking for charge dashing thing. Oh, wait a minute. I don't need this here anymore. I don't, this right here specifically, I don't need this. That can go in the trash. Trigger to aim. Okay. I am pretty sure this is the controller. Because this is one of the default things that was already here in Unreal. And the mouse aim. Did I have to change any of that? No, I don't think I changed this, but I think I had to like reference it when I was experimenting with putting a little arrow on the ball, when I was experimenting with mechanics that didn't actually make it into what I would consider to be final. Okay. Move that up a little bit. Probably. There we go. I wonder if I would need to do anything other than just like plug in a controller to test if the controller input's working. Well, I'm not going to do that now. That's not right now. I need to do the bare minimum. I need to create a way to load from level into level. I need the project to have a starting level, which I'm assuming if I hit play, well, it says play this level in a new window. It doesn't say play like your game from a new window. So that wouldn't really matter, would it? We got map. Save that. Map 1. Just a basic little map. So that's the one thing that I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work, is how does it go from one level into another? Ooh, I wonder if I should put like a variable jump, like Mario style, where, you know, the longer you press the space bar, the higher your jump is. And if I were to just tap it, it would just like, doop, you know, just do like a little bloop, little jump. Okay, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself in that regard. Okay. I would like... Should I make the menu first, or should I make like a level endpoint first? Let's make a level endpoint, because I think that's literally just going to be an overlap box with the logic to, for right now, just to close out the editor, just close the editor out. So, place actor. We'll go trigger box. Just put it way at the end over here. I should probably put some type of geometry in the world to like visually identify where the end is. Okay, let's do this then. Is this a... It's a static mesh component. I think I want to go into modeling mode, right? Modeling. Create. Box. All right. Just do this. That's probably fine. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. It's fine. Accept. And then we'll go to not modeling mode. Go to selection mode. Place actor. Trigger sphere. Gotta drag it in. That's right. Triggers. No, not sphere. Trigger box. Perfect. All right. And let's make that a little bit bigger this way. Just got to get into the first grid line, past the first grid line. Let's get it up. Let's increase that size by like there. That works. I think that's fine. That is going to be the box for the exit of the map. Again, just trying to make sure that I have a start point and an end point to the level. Let's convert to blueprint, right? I think there's like a convert to blueprint option. Maybe that was more complicated than just making a blueprint. I could have swore there was like a convert to blueprint. I might just need to just make one from the file path here. Let me search it up though. Convert actor, I think is what they're called. Actor to blueprint. Unreal 5. Let me search up my verbiage again. I'm pretty sure actor, I don't know if it's pawns or actor. I think it's actor is like anything that's in the set. An actor is any object that can be placed into a level. Okay, yeah, so I need to convert actor to blueprint. Click on the blue. Okay. This is from 2014. But I would hope maybe the workflow would be the same. It's from over 10 years ago. I know you can spawn a BP from an item, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, I need to go into the editor. Again, this is from 2014. This is from like Unreal 4. Go to the editor, go to the scene outliner, okay. And select your objects you want in the blueprint, then look for the details tab below it, okay. Scroll down to blueprint and click replace with composited blueprint. See, I think that's where the workflow disconnect is happening. Let's go replace with composited blueprint. Yeah, that's not a thing. I know there's a way to convert it. Ah, there we go. Converts this actor to a reusable blueprint. Well, I know how to speak words. Converts this actor to a reusable blueprint class that can have script behavior. Perfect. Replace the selected actor with an instance of a new blueprint class inherited from the selected parent class. Right? Is that what I'm trying to do? I'm not trying to make a child. This feels a little more complicated than just actually making it as I want it to. This seems more complicated than actually just making it from the file explorer. I probably should have just done that. Trigger box underscore blueprint. Yeah, let's do this. I don't like this workflow here. So I don't know, has a sprite component. Yeah, I don't want any of that. Here, let's just go back. Let's delete that. Force delete. That's gone from there. Okay. Man, I'm really gonna need to do some organizing to this file structure. Man, I'm gonna need to do some version control at some point too. It would suck butts if this thing just like was gone one day. Like my computer crashed, hard drive crashed, this was gone. I need to do some type of version control soon. That would suck butts. Yeah, like look at all these random blueprints I have here. Just a green ball. Is that the... What is that? You know what kind of also sucks butts is I'm probably gonna have to make a new project. Either that or I just strip everything out of this one. Because like this has so much overhead as far as like components that I'm not going to use, like background stuff. I want this to run as flawlessly as possible. I don't want to use like any fancy advanced Unreal techniques. Like I'm interested in Unreal for the blueprints. That is it. I would like to drag and drop this stuff and use the engine structure without having all the like expensive overhead. I heard these clouds actually are a huge performance hog. So if I was just to like disable these, I read something about that being like a 15-20 FPS increase just depending on the card. So like stuff like that, I'm gonna have to strip out. I'm just leaving it bare bones as possible right now. This is a prototype. I'm gonna have to remake all this at some point, which I guess I'm fine with. Oh well. Oh, this is a material. What is this doing here? Man, man, I don't even know like where to start as far as like organizing this. Like, should these controllers be Jumping Bean? It's still got the Jumping Bean name on it. Originally, my idea was to make this into like a Mexican Jumping Bean rage game. That's why it still says Jumping Bean. If I rename this, is it gonna break everything? Cheat manager, cheat class. What the F is that? All right, I'm just going to rename this. We're just going to go ball controller. There we go. It's the game mode. Hey, what's up, Bacon Guy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Okay, so that does still work that way. Right now I'm just messing around with trigger boxes. Just I have like the skeleton, a general skeleton idea of what I want this to be in my head, just structure wise. And it involves having a start point and an end point on each level. So I'm just setting up a start point and end point. End point's just gonna close out the editor for now. But I want to make a couple of those just like dummy levels with a start point and end point. So that way I can set up like a menu in like level loading system. I would like to just be able to go from one level to the next, and then from the menu, just from like a grid, just like select the level that the player is going to go to. And then based off of if they've gotten to the end point in that level before, have them locked off in the main menu. That's what right now I'm just messing with trigger boxes. I was actually getting a little sidetracked just going through my file organization here because it's got no organization. And also realizing that at some point I'm probably going to have to set up some form of version control, because it would just suck butts if, you know, my PC's hard drive took a dump one day and like this was just all gone. So I'm going to have to set up some basic form of version control. I don't know if that's going to be today or maybe next week, but within the next couple streams here, I think that is a necessity. Yes, sooner than later, for sure. There's just so many different kinds of version control options out there, and I'm still very green as far as programming goes. So to know like which one's the best one to use or which ones have benefits, like pros and cons compared to each other, I'm gonna have no idea. Someone told me to try just GitHub desktop, which I'm not entirely that versed on GitHub or how that would really work. I've had projects corrupt from crashes, not fun. Yeah, that would just suck butts if that happened. Maybe that should be like the first thing I get on. Let's go ahead and figure out version control here. It might not be that exciting, so I appreciate you hanging out if you want to stick with me while I'm doing that. But I understand if it gets a little boring here. Sometimes development is boring, unfortunately, as you are well aware. Do I even have a GitHub account? I feel like I did a long time ago, but it's with like some old email. I'm gonna have to set up a GitHub account for this actual this channel here. Now, do I continue with Google to be convenient, or do I make it hard but safer for myself and just do an email address with the plus GitHub after the identifier? I might do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think GitHub's about to sell my information. I mean, they're owned by Microsoft. They're probably selling everything under the sun on GitHub. just do the plus GitHub modifier. How you been though, man? How's everything been going? Everything with work and your projects going well? Your Unreal projects? Finally pushing myself through learning a little bit of Blender. Ooh, that's nice. I like messing around with Blender. It can be kind of frustrating sometimes, but once you get the hang of, it's mostly shortcuts. As far as I know, like really the big learning curve is just all the damn shortcuts. Cause like every single shortcut has a little like module somewhere that you can mess with, but knowing the shortcuts prevents you from having to like dig through menus and such. More out of necessity than want. Yeah, that makes sense. I understand why that can be, frustrating to have to tackle, but ultimately, I'm sure every dev has to do a little bit of Blender here and there to get something going that's not just like a store-bought asset. Is there anything specific you're working on that you're using Blender for? Or you just want to kind of have that skill set prepped for a different project? No, do not receive occasional product updates and announcements. No, thank you, GitHub. Save that login. All right, copy that. Continue. Sign in. Hooray! I have a GitHub account now. Update username. There we go. And do I not have a profile picture in this computer? There's no way, right? There's no way it's just all on my iPad. I don't think I even have it on this computer or in my drive. That's wild. Oh well, I'll deal with that later. Don't need to mess with that right now. I have my own game in development where one of the main mechanics is scavenging / building vehicles from scattered parts. Oh, that makes sense. Goes with, I'm sure you're using your advanced vehicle plugin that you made. So I'm chopping up vehicle models in Blender into many logical bits that can be assembled in Unreal. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, just making like mid-stage repair models. Or just making like parts that you could put on to actually that you can actually use to build up the vehicles. Either way, yeah, you're gonna need something in Blender for that. cool though. I'm excited to see what it looks like when you're done with that. Love to check it out. Or even in progress. All right. Do I have GitHub Desktop? I don't think so. No. Well, I thought this was going to be a trigger box menu episode, but this might just, I wouldn't be surprised if this whole episode is just really getting down to the nitty gritty of version control. I don't want to sidetrack you, but I can link you my game doc if you want to see. Oh yeah, I'd love to take a look at that. Absolutely. I don't consider it a sidetrack anyway. Like, I mean, technically from my main task, but if I wanted to just do this on my own with no sidetracking, I wouldn't be streaming right now. So I'm happy to take a look at anything that you want to present or show me. All right. I'll bring this open on the stream here if you don't mind. I thought it said battle rap at first, which that'd also be a pretty interesting game. Rattle Trap. Sorry, I've got a little bit of I want to say dyslexia, but whatever the in between there is. Rattle Trap is a multiplayer co-op game set in a post-apocalyptic world where players must scavenge for vehicle parts in the ruins of the American Midwest. Hell yeah. The image colors are inverted for you. Oh, you know what? You know what that is? It's probably going to be Dark Reader right here. Sometimes when Dark Reader doesn't know what to do, it just straight up inverts the colors. Let's go docs.google.com. Yeah, let's just put this on the exemption list. There we go. I could have swore there was like a dark mode in docs now. Maybe I'm crazy, but so what are we doing now? Right now, I am reading Mr. Bacon Guy game design document. Other viewer here, Bacon Guy, he's also working on a video game. Well, he's much more credibly involved in working on his video game. He's got a lot more knowledge and experience in this realm. So this is looking like a real game compared to my basic little ball jumper. But that's what we're working on right now, Mrs. Bumtastic. But outside of that, outside of reading this, I'm trying to do this boring thing called version control, which it's basically just a backup of my game project. So that way, if my hard drive or my computer were to take a dump, I could still repopulate my file system with everything I need to keep working on the game so that it doesn't just get lost with my hard drive. So outside of this, that's what I'm going to be trying to set up. Right now, I want to take a look at this design document. Players will have to strategize and plan their scavenging trips carefully as the game world is full of dangers such as bandit groups, hostile wildlife, unpredictable weather conditions. Each vehicle you scavenge and build will have its own unique capabilities and weaknesses. The players will have to choose the right vehicle for the job. Hell yeah. You can also enable dark mode for Google Docs in the mobile app by going to, yeah, I know in the mobile app that you can enable dark mode, but for whatever reason, the desktop team is just dragging their feet and are behind the curve compared to the mobile team. Google Drive Desktop does not have a built-in dark mode, but you can, yeah, third-party browser extension. Yeah, I had one set. Yeah, so we were going through it where I had one set. It like inverted the colors here, so I turned it off for right now, just while I'm reading this. But it would be nice if there was some type of built-in dark mode on Google Docs. You would think that would be something they'd already have figured out by now, but for some reason they just don't. You'll encounter different settlements, distinct cultures and needs. Nice. Friendly and open to trading. Others may be hostile and suspicious of outsiders. Building relationships with these settlements to key to your success in the game, and you can provide valuable resources and information. Yeah, so vehicle building, multiplayer co-op. Okay. You can get certain characteristics. Toggle between first and third person. Game's HUD will be minimal. Player health and stamina being applied through gameplay. No stats. Okay. No stats shown directly to the player. Bandit encounters. Okay. Persistent world. Nice. It'd probably be kind of annoying if you, I mean, it wouldn't be annoying to the player, but like looting or scavenging a wreck and then you just come back and the wreck is all populated again, so that makes sense that you need the persistent world. Due to the modular nature of vehicles, players will be able to customize and personalize their vehicles, making them unique through their playstyle. Weather and time of day. This game will feature dynamic weather and different effects depending on the time of day. Oh my goodness. Towing system. And you'll be able to tow. It's cool. This sounds like a lot of work. Bacon guy. I could not even fathom how long this would take. But to someone like you, it's probably much quicker than I could even fathom. Okay. Okay. Fluids, fluid quality. Interesting. Characteristics. Hunger or thirst. Focus on core mechanics. Right. I don't know why the first place my brain went to, Bacon Guy, is an extraction shooter, probably because I've been playing a ton of Arc Raiders this past weekend. So my brain is just super extraction shooter pilled. But for some reason, the first thing I thought of when you showed me this was like that it would be some form of like extraction shooter, because you're going in trying to like loot vehicles and then maybe not run into combat. But it seems like the majority of combat, if not all the combat, is going to be AI focused, which is probably good for the mental health of the people playing it. Man, my sanity has been challenged a couple times trying to get the stuff that I need in Arc Raiders and extract without having a player pretend to be friendly. It happened a lot on Sunday for some reason. I got bullied on Sunday in the solo queues. Saturday was just kumbaya. Everyone was hunky-dory. But solo queue on Sundays for some reason is a bloodbath. But yeah, this looks cool, man. Keep at it. Absolutely. If there's ever like a demo that you need help testing, I'm there, man. I'll help you test it. I'm happy to try to find little bugs and kinks or anything else that you would need a play tester to do. All right, so I'm gonna put docs.google back on that list. There we go. And we got dark mode. Oh yeah, look at that. It is completely reversed. I don't know why Dark Reader does that. And I think you said, yeah, it seems to work differently on Chrome. The colors work fine for me in Firefox. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's weird. Kitty, yep. She is here. Siren is just grooming herself, hanging out in the bed. She was a menace for like the 10 minutes before stream started, and somehow she just knew, like literally a minute before I had to start stream. She just jumped right in the bed and just started chilling. So hopefully I don't jinx that. Much as I love interacting with her, she makes it very hard to concentrate. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to download GitHub Desktop. We're going to try this version of version control out. And hopefully it's as easy as my buddy made it seem. He didn't really go into detail, but one of my buddies, tech guy at work, said, "Yeah, bro, just download GitHub Desktop. Just like a couple clicks and you're fine." Okay, we'll figure that out. See if that's accurate. I've been working on the core systems for this game for about 2 years now. Dang, okay. Yeah, dedicated. Absolutely dedicated. That's awesome though, man. That dedication is very admirable. Hopefully I have the patience to stick with any project for that long. Authorize desktop, okay. Sure. Finish that. Okay. Okay. Add a repository to GitHub. Start collaborating. I don't want to collaborate. I just want to back up. Create a tutorial repository, clone a repository from the internet, create a new repository on your local drive, add an existing repository from your local drive. All right. Now, just going to need someone on the internet to explain what the heck a repository is. I assume that's like the actual backup itself, maybe, but that's just a guess. A repository, often shortened to repo on GitHub, is a fundamental component for storing, managing, and collaborating on projects. It essentially acts as a project folder that contains all the files associated with a project, including code, documentation, images, and other assets. Perfect. Okay. It says create a new repository on your local drive. It goes in places we don't talk about on the internet. It goes in I see what you're saying. Like a digital suppository. Not quite, but I see where your head's at. All right, so I think I would just hit create new repository. All right. Now I need to ensure both GitHub Desktop, which I got here, and Git Large file storage are installed on the system. Okay. Let me make sure this is like an actual article I'm reading and not just AI hallucinations. Where's the article link? Okay. Prerequisites. There are 3 things you need to have: a GitHub account, desktop application that uploads your Unreal project to GitHub, so-called a Git client. Okay, so I think that's this. The Unreal Engine revision control plugin. optional if you want to submit files directly from the Unreal editor. Do I need to do that? We'll see. This example, we will use Anchor Points as a Git client, but it's pretty similar. What is Anchor Point? I guess just a GitHub client. All right. We heard of GitHub, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is literally Anchor Point's website. That makes sense. Why it's walking me through all this. Let's see here. Okay. Man, there's so many options here. Every time I go to one of these threads on source control, there's like 5 or 6 different options for source control that they're recommending, but I don't have nearly enough experience to know which one's going to work or which one's going to have issues. There's another recommendation for Perforce. I don't even know what that is. Let's Google it. Basically, what you want is to create a new repo. Then you need an Unreal specific .gitignore and .getAttributes file and put those inside the new repo. Okay. So it's maybe I'm just overthinking this. Then you push which sends those files to the server. Okay. 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 It sounds like maybe I'm just overthinking all this. Because I'm like going to threads and then trying to figure out like what to do. And then there's a bunch of people in the comments like, no, use this thing instead. And you add your project files inside. Okay. Okay. So let's just start by creating a new repository. We'll just call it ball game prototype. Okay, gitignore. Holy moly. Unreal Engine, okay. I assume that's right. Oh, I see. This is like if I was to distribute it. Okay, no license. I don't think I need a license for a private server. Okay, create repository. Okay. Show and explorer. Okay, and then I just need to put everything inside there. Okay. I see. Get ignore, get attributes. Okay. Just add project files inside. Okay. So I guess that would be. Let's see. Figured there'd be like an open in file browser button somewhere. Oh wait, I think that's going to be here. You can open those .git files with Notepad to edit them. Notepad. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, excuse my my lack of experience here. I guess I just don't understand what I would be doing to these files now that they're open, or what if I even would need to do anything to these files here. Cache files for the editor and compile sources, configuration files, generate. Git ignores the list of files to never upload. Oh, okay. 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 That makes sense. Git attributes is the list of large files or binary files, which needs to be stored differently. Okay. All right, let's see here. I'll send you my Git or my Unreal Git attributes file since it looks like GitHub desktop didn't set it up automatically. Yeah, it doesn't that doesn't seem like anything is here if there is stuff supposed to be here. Drive. Okay, let's take a look here. Oh, what the heck? Just clicking every button under the sun, apparently. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So we're just excluding like these meshes and image files and audio files. other files. Okay. Interesting. This is all very new to me. Now just trying to figure out the best way to determine which files need to be backed up. I mean, I guess the things I could not live without is going to be the blueprint files. It'd be great to not have to remake those. So I guess just drag stuff into the repository here. That's the case. GitHub, the combine with GitHub source. Oh. You back up the whole project. Oh, okay. Okay. So like just the whole project folder, I should just drag and drop into this folder right here. Show and explore. There we go. Prototype. Okay. Okay. Those Git files should live right beside the U project file. Okay. Okay. So it shouldn't be a separate folder in there. They should just basically copy this into here. Okay. Alrighty. What is the size of this folder? I'm curious. 210 megs. Okay, that's pretty easy. All right. So we'll copy those into here. Oh, I didn't want to move them. I wanted to copy them. Cancel that. Oh no. Continue. Whoa, what did it just say? I just copied from recycle bin? What? Oh. Well, I did not want to move that. A lot of that size is temp files and will be ignored. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm worried I just kind of boned this a little bit. Let's just move that back over here. Okay. I want to copy it. That size is temp files and will be ignored. Okay. So I'm wondering if I can copy and then paste. All right, look at that. Class and blueprint, pin matching blueprints. Oh, okay. These are just, I got it. Okay. These are the changes here. Summary is required. Now I want, like, do I need to like copy and paste from here to here every time? Or is there a way to essentially like change everything here with what's in here without having to like replace it, without just copy and pasting it each time? Guess publish. Oh, I should, I guess, commit it first. First prototype commit. You should remove the original after you push the first time, then just launch it from the repo. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Commit. Okay, and then publish. Publish. Seems pretty easy. Okay. Close that out. Ooh, I don't think that's going to save to whatever. All I did was just make a dumb little box. I don't think that's going to save to the repository since I had this open here. Close that. I don't need that. I'll pin this to desktop, or pin to start, actually. I'm a weirdo. I like pinning all my useful stuff to start instead of a shortcut or like a taskbar pin. It's all in start. I don't know why my brain works like that. Yep, you got it. Awesome. I appreciate the help, man. All right, so it seems like now, if I just launch it from here, it should work. Unreal Editor detected that it did not shut down cleanly and that the following packages have autosaves associated with them. Would you like to restore them from these autosaves? Sure, I don't think. Following assets cannot be successfully checked from the revision control. Okay, all I did was just make a trigger box. That was it. We all have our weird quirks. Agreed. Agreed. My weird quirk is that I like to learn things that I sometimes have no business learning just for the fun of it. Just for fun. I like knowing new things. Okay, so that's just documents, GitHub, ballgame prototype. Easy. So I'll just close that, work on it from here, and boom. Seems like we got version control now. Oh, you know what probably did not save is editor preferences, keyboard shortcuts, and then I think it's close window, like the pie window. Oh, stop right here. Okay, no. Shift escape. Yep. I took your suggestion, Bacon Guy. I'm pretty sure you're the one that gave me that suggestion of having the pause menu, or sorry, having closed the preview and editor window be shift escape rather than escape, so that way I can actually test out the pause menu properly. Sweet. All right, so that is done. Now let's go here. Oh, I'm clicking on a level that I'm in already. This is the one I was trying to click on. Yeah, that was you. Yeah, that's what I figured. And it's much better now. I see why that change was necessary. All right, so we go to, and it's all just third person blueprint. Oh, dang. Okay. Yeah, these file names are wild. Or these folder names are wild. I'm going to have to like do some folder reorganization here at some point. But for now, I'm just going to make a basic trigger box. So we'll do, I guess, BP level end box. Okay. Add trigger. Oh, that's right. It's not called a trigger box. It's called a volume, I think. It's called a trigger box in the like pre-made actor panel. Maybe it's not volume. What was it called again? Box collision. That's right. Appreciate it. All right, box collision. Oh my gosh. What am I doing here? Okay. That's all I need it to be right now. I don't need to change anything else in the viewport. Go to event graph. Begin overlap. Cool. We'll just go... For now, we'll just do quick game. And I'll add more logic to that later. Yeah, I just want a small little box that I can just adjust the size for. There. Save. There we go. I swear it went through it the first time. Did I just go like clean over it? Might have. I think there's a like a view option. It says visible. Hidden in game. There we go. Compile. Yeah, I'd rather just see it for now. While I'm testing this. It really doesn't need to be that far away, but okay. Yeah, that's all I need for now. That is the level end and then the level start. All right. Uh-oh. Oh, I think it just timed out. Okay. It's that web page. Thought my connection stopped. Sweet. Got a lot of tabs open and close all that out. Okay. Alrighty. Now I am going to need, all right, what's the logic flow here? I need, when the game starts, to go into a main menu. And then I need to be able to select the level from that menu and then go from one level to another by getting to the end of that level. So as far as making the game start in a main menu, simulate this level in the active. Okay, simulate. So it seems like this is just simulating this level. So I'm not going to be able to test out what I'm wanting to test just by doing this here, unless I start in the main menu level. Which it could just be like a 3D, just a little 3D scene that I make that could be the main menu level. And then I'll just open up the main menu level and from there actually try and get the logic flow going to get from one level to the next. Okay. So main menu level, I think, is what should be my next option here. Yeah, I'd like it to be like a little 3D scene rather than just like a plain UI menu. Main menu. So I guess it's just going to be input mode, this UI, forced UI, because I'm not going to need to interact with like the actual game world or the player controller in any way in the main menu. Save selected. That's right. Here, let's do this. Let's do the classic. Oh, copy and paste. Thank you, Larry Tesler, for that. Then just place actor. Maybe modeling. Create a box. Sure. Sure. That's fine for now. Something basic. What's funny is I don't even need to actually bring in the character to the level. I can just bring another ball in here. Just a ball mesh. Basic shapes, sphere. Cool. And then, oh, when the game starts, where is it actually going to put the camera here? Oh, it actually does spawn in the player. Okay. That's not what I want. I would like when the game starts for it to possess. I guess it's going to have to be a different game mode then, because I think it's the game mode that's telling it to do that. Game mode. Yeah, it's the game mode telling it to do that. Could have it just start as a spectator. No, but then all the controls tied to this game mode by default are gonna, well, I don't know. Is that really necessary? I'm sure there's many, many ways to do this, but seeing what might be the most convenient for me right now, or at least the most interesting to use for learning. All right. It's standard to have a main menu game mode and a player that's just a camera with no inputs. Gotcha. That makes sense. All right. Let's go blueprint class, game mode, main menu. So does everything need to have BP under it? That's just the way the tutorials I was watching was naming it. But I mean, everything's going to have BP preface. Probably put like game mode in the title there somewhere. Main menu, game mode. All right. Why is there a viewport? I don't think a viewport's really necessary here. All right, so seems like all the necessary stuff is game session base, game state base. That stuff I haven't even messed with or tinkered with at all. So I'm assuming that's just going to stay as it is. Player state class, player state. I've never seen those before. And it's just kind of bringing me back to this menu here. Server stat replicator class. Yeah, I don't need that. Okay. Pausable. I guess, yeah. Confused why there's a whole viewport and event graph here when this one does not. Open full editor. Oh, that's why. Okay, so they do have viewports. I was just not looking at the full version of that. Any logic here? No, it's just on its own. Is that a Velociraptor? I think that's a Velociraptor. I don't know how he got there. That's okay, so it's just in the details panel. All that same information I was looking at before. Okay. You won't need to set any of the game mode stuff besides default pawn. I'd set player controller back to default as well. Okay. Player controller class. I think it is. Yeah, it is. It is default. Okay. Default pawn class, default pawn. Okay, it seems like everything here is currently set to default. Okay. All right, now I just need to figure out how to connect this game mode to this map. I don't think that's something I've really toyed with quite yet. I don't even know if that's something I need to connect now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. Then also wondering if I need to make a whole nother like blueprint for just the camera that's in the menu here, or if I can set that to be possessed as needed. Probably I'm going to need, well no, because if I'm setting it as default, I just need to use that dyno as the default billboard sprite forever. I have no idea why. That's funny. Yeah, that's a little Velociraptor, buddy. Okay, let's close that. Focus here. All right. I feel like I probably will have to create a blueprint for the camera that's viewing the main menu so that I can set the player controller class to that camera. I assume it's just going to be like an empty. Let's get out of that. It's just going to be some type of like empty camera. Default pawn class. Oh, maybe I could just. Okay, maybe I could set the default pawn class to be the camera, or I could just make it start as a spectator. There's a spectator pawn. Where is that? Is there browse asset and content browser? It's not even here. All right. Now I'm wondering, well, yeah, it should just be like a menu, just like a basic menu. Rather than like, I was thinking maybe do like floating in-world text that you select, or just have like a basic little menu that pops up. I'll probably could probably adjust it just to like fit with whatever. I don't know. Eventually I'll like visually style the menu, but right now I just want something basic with just the ball and then like a, levels, start, whatever. So I feel like I'm gonna want to make a blueprint for the camera. Before I do that, I want to see if there's any way to just possess a random camera, like just a random unblueprinted camera from here. And if I can't do that, then I'll probably have to make a blueprint with a camera. All camera actor. Their field of view. Yeah. So I know that since it's a menu and not gameplay, I'd rather have a more zoomed in field of view just to like frame it better. I'll go 40. Maybe. I have to back it way up. I swear there was a way to possess it and like move it around without having to like do all this junk here. Pilot. There we go. Yeah, something, I don't know, something like that. That's probably fine. Just like menu, little ball or whatever, menu can expand like over that. That's probably fine for now. Stop piloting. Okay, cool. Main menu game mode. It seems like I'm gonna have to have some type of blueprint for the camera. I actually make the blueprint so that I can select it from the game mode. I think that's gonna be what needs to be done here. At least that seems like the most straightforward way currently, unless there's like a different way I'm not considering right now. Okay. Didn't change anything here, did I? No. Okay, that's still how it needs to be. Default pawn class. Oh, it's not even a pawn, is it? That's going to cause an issue. Probably needs to be an actual pawn. And then a controller that does nothing. Yeah, I think that's what's going to have to happen. Okay. It has to be a pawn. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right. I will just maybe I can, oh no, if I delete it, it's going to get rid of this here. Okay, yeah. We're just going to delete it and reposition it. Delete that. Delete that. Main menu camera. Yep, delete. Okay. Blueprints, pawn. EP, main menu, camera. Okay. Add camera. Okay. Compile, save. And then just drag it here. Get the POV, the FOV be 45 and pilot. Oh no. Pilot. Oh no. This is not what I want it to look like. I would like to see what it looks like in the 16:9 mode. So let's see here. That's probably going to be somewhere over here. Huh. So what is the difference if I was to just pull this out here? Because this one has a 16:9 field of view. Oh, I'm still piloting. But the one I have seems it's just like fitting to this little wide window that I have, which is not what I want. Constrain aspect ratio. Oh. Oh, right there. I see it. Yep. Look at that. Okay, so let's delete this. Gosh, I am blind. Okay, I'm just gonna hit the delete key. Constrain aspect ratio. Beautiful. Look at that. You are the goat. All right. That's fine. Stop piloting. Cool. Move that like right here, maybe. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Having the ball be like right on that little angle. Sure, that's fine for now. Whatever. Okay, and then game mode. Default pawn class is going to be main menu camera. All right. Sweet. And then the player controller is going to have to be none. No pawn player controller. I assume that's what I want. I don't want to control it anyway. We're going to try that. Oh, because it's trying to spawn me right at the very, like at an origin point, it seems like. Okay. All right, so that's, yeah, because if I, again, oh, I don't have it set to the actual, I don't actually have it set for the game mode. All right, so, is there a level blueprint? There is a level blueprint. Hang on. I think it's right here. Open level blueprint. Okay. All right. So I guess I should have it set to where if this level is loaded, it's using the main menu game mode. Not sure if I should do that here or if there's a better way to do that from the game mode itself. I assume I'm going to have to do that in the level blueprint. I think that would make the most sense to me. Yeah, because I'm not seeing anything under classes for the level that shows like the actual level that's selected. I think it has to be specific to like when this level's loaded, it changes the game mode. Can I just do set game mode? No. Let's see. Game mode? No. Okay, let's see here. I hit up handy dandy Google. Oh, there is a world override in the level tab itself. Oh, okay, okay. What even happened to that? okay. Yeah, because it's just the level tab itself. There we go. No, I already had that open, but I didn't know if there was like another details panel or something I accidentally closed that pops up. Okay. Let's close the stuff I don't need out. So I can stop getting distracted. Main menu camera. Good with that. That's fine. I don't need that. It's the 3 boxes icon to the right of the editor mode where you select like modeling, etc. Oh, okay, okay. Maybe it's under here. Hang on, let me go back to the level blueprint. This might not be right. To the right of the editor mode. Oh, these 3 boxes right here. Ah, dang, look at that. Nice. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. BP main menu game mode. Okay. And now does that mean it's just set now? Like every time this this level loads, it's going to use this game mode, or do I need to separately define that in the level blueprint? Oh, cool. Yeah, it's just permanent now. Hey, look at that. Cool. Although weirdly, it's not overriding the aspect ratio, even though I have it set. Constrain aspect ratio. Yep. Yeah. Oh, what the heck? What is going on? Why is it? Oh, maybe I didn't save the game mode is trying to spawn a new pawn. Ah, that makes sense rather than just. Wait, so does that mean I can't move? Okay, so I should set the spawn point here instead of actually putting the camera here. Maybe there's a way I can. Oh, auto possess AI. Auto possess. Set the one you placed in the level to auto possess. Okay, that makes sense. Please auto possess player. Okay, so maybe player 0. Let's test that. Yep, sweet, that worked. Appreciate the help. Oh, this is showing me how different it is, or how different the aspect ratio is. Wish there was a way to just go and reset the size of the window. There probably is somewhere, but it's so low down on priority list. I stretched it one day and it stayed in that weird like stretched ratio. It's not a big deal. Set the one you placed in the level to auto possess. Cool. That's awesome, man. Appreciate that very much. All right. So I'm going to need some type of like buttons to select on this UI. Since you placed it manually in the world, I'd remove the pawn from the game mode too. Then you could use the pawn to spawn your UI. Oh, okay. Spawn it on the pawn. Interesting. Okay. So, going to the game mode. None? Yeah, none. It's fine. Okay, and make like a new HUD class. Yeah, okay. Okay. Could probably just duplicate this. Rename. Main menu. Just edit this here. Okay. Oh, that's the anchors. That is not what I want. Can I just... Oh, yeah. Boom. That is literally all I need, just to move it off to the side. I don't want the anchors staying there, though. And I still really need to get the hang of, like, what the heck these anchors are doing, because there's no way I'm using this right. There's no way I'm using this right. Okay. It's just like an extra little box to constrain things within, but... Yeah, so that just moves the offset, right? Okay, so can I just... Whoa. Oh, okay. And that's control. And there's no way I am doing this correctly. Oh, dang it. Hit it one too many times. All right. All right. All right. Oh. Definitely not. Whatever. That's fine. The anchors are screen percentage, and they're used as your relative point to draw the AI. Or AI, the UI. Yeah, that makes sense to a point. I guess the confusing part is just actually, you know, getting them to snap in a certain spot, or getting them to like work with what's inside it a little more intuitively. It's my fault, I think, for just expecting any of this to be like naturally intuitive. I need to learn more about, or I need to get more experience. There we go. I need more experience messing with this to really get a gauge for how they relate to each other as far as what's in the anchors and the anchors outside themselves. But I'll just change this to main menu. We'll go levels, I guess. I'm not gonna need this or this. And I need to graph. Keep forgetting that just the UI specifically has this button up here called graph. Okay, so this is going to need to go. Going to have to open like another layer of UI. Oh boy. All right, so I am going to need, I guess I could just have it like hide certain things here. So watch, like if I go to graph, hit the levels button, can I hide? Hide add banner. What? Of all the options here, the only thing that has the hide keyword is hide add banner. Is that just because context sensitive? Hide bone by name. Yeah, I guess just because that's for Android. Yeah, that's funny. Just not what I was expecting to see at all. Oh, Siren has decided she's done laying on the bed, and now it is her time to try to bug me on the keyboard. You want set visibility. Oh, that's right. That's right. All right, girl. Love you, but you gotta be right there. You want to hang out here. Set visibility. And then that's gonna have to be, oh, okay, variables, quit button, quit levels. Okay, I see. I think I don't think this I has anything to do. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the viewport. It's just publicly editable. Okay, so for example, I just want to test it right now. So if I was to do the quit button, maybe options button, since it does nothing, let's try that. To hidden, compile, play. There's no UI set. I'm silly. I am silly Billy. Okay. HUD. No. Is that like a separate? There is a HUD actor. What is this? What am I using here? It is a widget blueprint. You'd create it on begin play in either the game mode graph or the pawn camera. Okay. Okay. All right. So I need to recall how I'm drawing it on the screen in the other mode just to kind of reference. Let's go back and take a look at the other level, I suppose. Save. So when I press escape, it's triggering this. Okay, so checking the validity of the widget, which I probably don't need to do all this since I'm not going to be like summoning and unsummoning or Yeah, I'm not going to be like spawning and despawning any extra menus. Okay. Could probably just set the visibility of the UI as soon as it spawns in. All right. On the camera or the game mode. Oh no, not default scene root. No, I figured that wasn't going to work. How did I get this in here again? Create widget and add to viewport. Okay. Can't even remember how I set this as a variable here. Okay. We'll do get create widget. Main menu. Okay. Add to viewport. Sweet. Oh, silly. Return value. Oh, that's not right. Let's load up the main menu. Hey, look at that. Hey, and then turn. Yep. It's working. Look at that. That's nice. Yeah. You're a big help, Bacon Guy. I always appreciate you being here. And also, if you ever hear me just like kind of rattling off questions and asking like, how do I do this? How do I do that? Don't feel obligated to like, you know, like, oh, I got to give this guy the answer because he's asking for it. I usually just kind of like think out loud, and I'm more than happy to peruse around the internet and find an answer as well. I don't feel like you have to answer, but I always appreciate when you do. It does make it a lot easier. But I'm not gonna ever like say, how do I do this with the expectation that a viewer is gonna come in and let me know how it's done. It's always just an added bonus. I never want to like rely or have to feel like I need to rely on a viewer to do that for me. I'm trying to say this in a way that doesn't sound like I'm ungrateful for your help, because I'm very much grateful. I just don't want you to feel obligated. I don't want you to feel like annoyed, like, oh my God, now I got to give this guy another answer. I'm happy to stumble around, but if you just know it off the top of the dome and it's easy, feel free to let me know. I greatly appreciate any help that you can offer. Okay. But in, you know, going out, going here. Siren has left the room. We're gonna hide that cat cam for now. right, all right. So now down to the logic here. So levels button. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I just want to hide individual options on the menu. No sweat. I just like helping people learn as I work, and I appreciate that. Thanks, man. No doggios. No doggios. I think they're out in the living room right now with Ashley. They usually don't hang out in here when I'm streaming. Sometimes Diesel will kind of mosey on in here if I'm the only one home, but no, usually they hang out in the living room. Designer. That's what I'm looking for. Tell her I said hi. I will. I will tell her you said hi once we talk again. Huh. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm just going to simply add another canvas panel. Maybe I don't even need to add a panel. Let's see. What can I actually hide and reveal? Where'd that go? Graph. There we go. It seems like the default variables are the buttons here. But can I, what other options are here? I keep wanting to go back. I wish I could have two tabs of this open. So I can have one tab for the designer and one tab for the graph. I don't know why that makes more sense in my head, but it just does. Okay, so I would like to have like boxes or panels as I keep wanting to click the tab. I want to have boxes or panels as like a variable or a thing that I can hide or reveal. So let's see, vertical box. Maybe I can just cast a vertical box. Oh, cast a vertical box. Interesting. What I cast to it? Is it the same thing? Can I just rename this and then be called the same thing? I cannot. I can rename it. Okay. Vertical box 1, just so I can test to make sure that's the same thing I'm looking at there. No, it still says as vertical box. It doesn't say vertical box 1. Oh, maybe I needed to compile it. That's probably what it was. Compile. Oh, it still says cast a vertical box. Okay. You can do what you're thinking. UI elements have to be marked as variable to show in the graph. Oh, okay. Marked as variable. Is variable. Look at that. Beautiful. Amazing. Vertical box. Beautiful. Appreciate your help, brother. Alrighty. So let's make another vertical box, I guess. Actually, let's rename this. Go Vertical box main. Vertical box. Levels. And that naming. It's just so inconsistent, but just so doesn't really matter. All right, vertical box levels. We'll do like that. Something like that's probably fine. I would like this to move a little different, or to be moved over a little more. No, that's not what I want. Put that like there. And then manually move these over. Which this just feels so wrong, but hey, what can you do? Okay, all right. And then vertical box. I just do 0 across the board. 0, 0, 0. Okay, cool. Ah, look at that. Okay. Okay, I kind of understand a bit better how that works. All right. So we'll do, I guess, a button. That's a grid panel, right? It is going to be a grid, I guess, of levels. Let's see here. I think it's just things that I put in there will be arranged in a grid, I'm assuming. I don't think I make the actual like grid contents here. I think it just arranges it in a grid. Let's just try putting in some buttons. I don't know what that'd be under. Let's just type button. It's under common. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Do under, oh, under grid panel. All right. That is, it's a button on a grid. It's a grid of 1. Oh, look at that. I can say where I want it on the grid. Oh, why does that go all the way over there when that one goes there? Oh, that's, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. don't think I can actually resize the grid. I think. Just auto, so I could fill it. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Might as well just leave it auto for now. It's fine. Oh, that's the padding on the box itself. I'm padding on the buttons on the inside. Slot padding. Okay. Okay, that's probably a little closer to what I was thinking. Just need that button to be bigger now. Let's go 5. Thinking squares. Ooh, I don't like that. And I could just have buttons, but that's no fun. Whatever. Not like that's going to be the end button texture or anything. Let's see here. Let's toy with that. Okay, so that's, I think that's the inner text of the button. Text. Well, that's not what I wanted it to say. We'll just number it. Just put 1. Holy moly, that's way bigger than I need it to be. That's fine. I don't think this needs to be this big. Not like I'm gonna have that many levels. It's probably fine for now, just for testing purposes. I probably didn't even need to have like a grid. Could have just tested it without all that. That's just frills. Yeah, I am going to get rid of this for now. I don't need all that. I just need this here. I almost just want to duplicate what I have here. we're just going to do that. No biggie. Just do, you know what, actually, why am I making this hard on myself? Just delete that. Just duplicate that. Vertical box levels. There we go. Easy. Get rid of that. Change this to say levels. We'll just do level 1, level 2, level 3. Easy. I could probably just say 1, 2, and 3. I need to say level 1, level 2, level 3. Okie doke. All right, so vertical box main is a variable, vertical box levels, all variables. Graph. Rid of that. Unpressed levels button. I need to set visibility of the main box to hidden, and then set the visibility of the vertical box levels to visible. Ooh, I should make like a back button so I can go back. I'll just make another button at the bottom. You know what? Just copy and paste when I can. That's probably going to be the easiest option here. That's fine. It's totally fine. Set the text of that to back. Maybe like a little text, like a text arrow might be better. No, not emoticons. Special characters. There we go. Back. Sure, that's fine for now. Yeah. I'm overthinking this so much. Just a little arrow. That's fine. All right. And when that's pressed, back button, it will that's not right. Unpressed back button. Unpressed. Back button. Just reverse this. Set the... Actually, I can just do this. I think that should work. Nope, because it's still, they're still both visible. So I assume maybe on begin play, I'm going to actually have to hide everything except for what I need to be shown. Okay, I keep going to different tabs that I don't need to go to. Is false. Is that right? No. Oh, I see. And okay. What did I just do? It's enabled. That's what it was. Enabled. Compile. Hey, look at that. That's working. Nice. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. It's the little victories that count. All right. And now, I think just pressing 1, just have it load into map 1. Thinking that's really all I got to do here. Unpressed, back button, quit button, levels. Okay. Unpressed. Levels, but level 1 button. Oh, that's weird. That's down here. Okay. Unpressed, level 1. Set game mode? No, probably change map and set game mode. Mode? Map? Nope. Let's see here. Be level, I think, right? Level? Load level by Name load level by object reference. I feel like object reference is what I need. Map 1. Because I don't think it's going to change the game mode for me, but I think it is going to. That's funny. Multiple direction. Okay, yeah, so it's not. I need to unload the previous level and then load the newest level. Okay. Load level by object reference. Open map. Map. Load level loads it inside the current level. Oh, interesting. That's weird. Okay, so I guess this is what I want. Map 1. Oh, wait. Get rid of that. Open level. It makes more sense. It's so weird. Why would you want to load a whole map inside another map? I guess there's countless reasons you do that. That's an interesting. That's kind of a way you would you could create like pre-made tile sets or pre-made like modules to fit together. Why wouldn't you just do that in a blueprint instead of loading the whole level? I don't know. Close level? Oh, maybe I don't need to close it. Maybe it'll just automatically close it. Let's try that. Uh-oh. Realizing if I click anywhere else that's not the menu, my mouse disappears and I can't get it back. That does not sound like a today problem, though. Hey, no, it's got the whole game mode already like set for the level. Interesting. Something feels off here. It probably is loading the game mode. For some reason, getting the feeling that it might not be. Or I should say, I need to understand how the game mode links to the map better before I understand if it is actually loading that game mode or not. This is the main menu mode. I don't think open level unloads everything. Okay. That makes sense. F1, save. Game mode. Okay, yeah, it is per map. That makes sense. That makes sense. You told me that earlier. That's right. Okay, sweet. That is... Yeah, that's what I wanted to do then. Oh. Close that. Load up the main menu. Levels, level 1. Cool. Oh, and let's do this. Let's where did that go? It's going to be under blueprints, level N box. Let's just try loading back up the main menu. Goes back into the main menu. Oh, I am going to need to set the input mode while in the main menu to UI only. Input mode to UI only. No, it's still see, my mouse is disappearing now. Maybe show oh. Maybe show mouse. How did I do that again? What was that node called? It was show mouse cursor. Okay. Set input mode. Okay, do I need player controller? Would that not be... Hang on. Guess just get player controller. What am I doing here? Okay. Oh, the mouse is still there. It's just not on the screen. It's like highlighting the buttons too. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do show mouse, right? That was show mouse cursor. Okay. Set mouse cursor. Yes. File. Cool. Yeah, that's working now. But now it's not getting rid of that, which makes sense. I probably want to set the input mode to UI and game. When it goes back into, or when that menu loads, or sorry, when that game mode loads. Jeez. Okay. So main menu game mode. I want the third person game mode. I want the level. It's going to be the level, not the game mode itself. Right. You want to do the inverse in your actual game mode. Okay. Yeah, so set input mode to game and UI, and then set the mouse cursor. Yeah, so let's copy that. And then event graph. There. Is there no begin play? What the heck? Crazy. That's weird. Set input mode. I guess game only would be fine because the menus, the pause menu sets the input mode anyway. Okay. Input mode to game and UI. Oh, but it's not, yeah, it's still showing the mouse cursor. Silly. I feel like maybe it's still set it to game only. My mouse is still moving around outside of that. Put mode to game only. Yep. Hey, look at that. It's kind of doing what I want it to. And then in the pause menu, I can change that to like quit to menu. Okay. This is ball. I want UI pause menu. Don't want that. Okay. Man, I really need to get a hang on this organization. Quit button. And just, yeah, just open level by object reference. Okay. Main menu, compile. Quit. Back to main menu. And that closes it. That's beautiful. Look at that. That is the bare minimum functioning of a main menu and level loading system right there. Boom. Incredible. Pro tip, control plus space opens the content browser no matter what tab it's in. Oh, really? Oh, look at that. Oh, an insane. Okay, content drawer. That makes sense. I think that's how it was by default. Now that I remember way back when I first started learning Unreal, and I like immediately set it to always be open while on this map page. Okay, that's nice. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Alrighty. And then it would just be a matter of making new levels and then just populating it. I feel like that got done faster than I thought it would. I thought this was going to be a more tedious process. It was pretty quick. Amazing. Awesome. Heck yeah. All right, well, I think that is going to wrap for tonight. I appreciate you stopping by, Bacon Guy. You are always loyally here helping me out, and I greatly appreciate all of your efforts and suggestions to help keep me on track and just help teach me these little things that would probably take me forever to figure out via Google and video tutorials. So thank you, man. Really do appreciate you. And yeah, feel free to stop on by next week. Same time, same bat place. Happy to have you. And anyone else that stopped by, greatly appreciate you. Hopefully we can make some more progress on this next week. But yeah, y'all have a good night. Take care.